Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
Mema wakwaba e de ba PENDREAM TV so make sure say obe subscribe to channel no click bell so say the news to our sabe to me aka ntem no watie afa so make sure say obe like na wa comment no share ama afoforo so nsaka na comment section ho so no opese wo kire wa adwen obetimi e de wa adwen kire ato honom na manfo so anya bia kenkan na onim say PENDREAM TV there eye nsem a ekoso Ghana yam politics mu ne de ba na yasaka ya ne de abranti na so me video I saka pese no che na ye de ba nti me mo modern astro so obehwe video we amana si awie na wa kire wa adwen e comment section na se yenko video.
Ask the question of me in Parliament on the National Cathedral. You say it's a private venture, so why do you ask a question on it?
I said it's a national.
You said it's a private.
Your president said that. That's what your president told us. That's what your president. That's how your president introduced the national.
Okay, so let's just say that that's what the president said. And how have you been describing it? Private dream or pledge to God. So why did you ask me a question?
Yeah, why shouldn't I? When it's been put under your section.
So we agree that it is an agency under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture.
Yeah, belatedly it's now.
But
it's
now. So that's why you asked the question. And thankfully, we both agreed that, as opposed to your description of the world's most expensive hole, it is a foundation that has been built.
You're cracking me up this morning. A $58 million foundation.
Oh, but of course, every structure commences with a foundation.
I've been sent some Bible verses.
He agreed with me on the floor when I came to answer his question.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How did I do that?
By referencing my description in your follow-up question as foundation,
I said, as you call it. Yes.
As
you call it.
You didn't accept it, but you didn't challenge me that why
as you call it.
Why am I saying it's a foundation?
You know our rules. Supplementary
because
question.
a lot of work has been done there.
You call it.
As a matter of fact, yes, the building has not come up out of the ground.
So you are proud of what has happened there? You are proud?
See,
is that what you are telling us?
Like I urged you, and I will not disclose our conversation in public. I think we need to support government funding that project. Because I've seen the numbers. It can pay for itself. Per the numbers that I've seen in 10 years, if you discount it by even 50%, it's a worthwhile investment. We live in a country. Yeah. I'm coming to something.
People stop going to Israel and
where all our state events, Randy, yes. All our state events are held on a car park. We've glorified you with a beautiful name, forecourt of the State House. It's a car park. All our important state events are held on a car park. And you think as a country, we should hold an important state event on a car park? This National Cathedral facility is a multi-functional hall. Can be used for several other activities. There's a museum component. The Du Bois Foundation, New York, no lease has been granted to them. They're looking to develop the Du Bois Museum, manage it over a period under an SPV, which is even a company limited by guarantee. I have all the documents here. In fact, 2 days ago, I've signed a letter giving them right of entry. Because all the condition precedents have been met as per the agreement.
So what are they going to do?
So the scope of the works that they're going to do is actually defined in the agreement. Museum complex.
They're going to build a museum complex.
No, so they're going to refurbish the bungalow. Because that's what holds the historical significance. This is where W.B. Du Bois lived. Okay? Went and died with his wife, Shirley Graham Du Bois. Preservation of the books, papers of Du Bois, conservation of the academic regalia, fully created museum is what they're going to put up there. That will exhibit the lifetimes of works, a library, reading rooms that will house books and other materials by and about Du Bois, a mausoleum memorial pavilion with sitting rooms that will house the mortal remains of Du Bois, and his wife, a large amphitheater for lectures, conferences, show and cultural performances, a wall of heroes to remember people of color who were unjustly killed, guest house. There's a Marcus Garvey guest house there. So they're going to improve it, okay? Visiting scholars, visitors, and special guests of the museum. Office complex that will consist of 424 square meters of office space to contain small office units, one large open office, meeting rooms, and of course, related ancillary things that they need to run the thing. Okay. It's been sitting there. We're not putting any money in it. So the Du Bois Memorial Foundation, New York, submits a proposal to the government of Ghana. They signed an MOU in as far back as 2020 and subsequently arrived at this agreement that will give them management. Of course, they're going to design and build and manage the facility for 30 years under a vehicle.
For 30 years?
Yeah, for 30 years. I think it's renewable for at the option of the parties for another 20.
So that's where
okay,
the 50
during the
comes from.
period, even though it's a non-profit, government is going to take 30% of the revenue that they generate so that they can use it for other investment. So I don't see anything necessarily wrong with this transaction. That my friend went out there as usual. If you are checked, and the assertion that some chief director has written a letter, yes, he did. He sent me a copy, and I asked him questions. That was the basis of this letter that you've written to these people, asking them to post a bond of 13 million. Okay, he said to me that he was only informing them that this obligation exists. It's not a condition precedent. This agreement was signed in 2023. Okay, there's an indication for it was signed on 22nd September 2023. There's a clear provision in the agreement in 7.2.13 that on or about 2 years after the commencement date, which is September 2023, and before construction and excavation begins, Museum Foundation Ghana must show proof of a performance bond and an amount of not less than 13 million in the bank account of Museum Foundation Ghana towards the construction of the museum complex. During that 2-year period, MFGH will manage and operate the center and commence the preservation and repair of the bungalow, books, fabrics, and documents located at the site. So really, the 2-year performance bond is not due, and they have to provide it before they can actually go ahead to do actual demolition of any structure that needs to be demolished and any commencement of work. That
so your chief director was wrong.
Well, he was being premature ejaculation to borrow the words of people.
Anyway, it's a Friday.
so that can be permissible, right? So, Sammy, please. I mean, to some extent.
Can I respond now?
I like your public spiritedness to some extent. Save that it's increasingly selective. It seems to many people who are observing that it's pure politics that you're doing. And that even when the facts are against assertions that you make, you are not humble enough to come and admit that you erred. And it will be good that when those matters are brought to your attention, you do the needful, the honorable thing, and let's proceed.
All right.